Hi, I'm Beth from the West Allis Public Library. Welcome to another episode of Let's Go on Vacation Book Club. This week we are traveling to Walt Disney World with the book, Where is Walt Disney World? Now, something new today, in the comments of this post, I will have links for you to take virtual rides in Disney World. So I've selected a few of the rides, some that are mentioned in the book. Today, they'll be from the Magic Kingdom and Epcot, because that's what we'll talk about in today's chapters. And you can take a virtual ride from the comfort of your home today. So, let's get started. We are on chapter 4. This chapter is called Behind the Scenes. It takes over 70,000 cast members to make the magic happen at Disney World. Before beginning their job, most take classes at Disney University, located behind the Magic Kingdom. They learn about Walt Disney, Disney World Resort, Disney characters, and how to behave with guests. After that, there's more training about how to do a particular job, and how to look and act the part of the character they'll portray. Often one cast member switches roles on different days. Disney employees are called cast members for a reason. Walt wanted them to think of themselves as actors in a big show called Disney World. Anytime they are among park guests, even if they are not on a real stage, they are considered to be acting out a role. Even small things are important. Giving directions to a guest by pointing the way with a finger might be considered bad show. Gesturing the way with a friendly open hand is called good show. Cast members are expected to be cheerful and polite, which is, of course, good show. Have you ever wondered how Disney characters seem to magically appear in their correct lands? Or why you don't ever see them where they don't belong? Well, one time at Disneyland, Walt caught sight of a cowboy cast member walking through Tomorrowland on the way over to Frontierland. It felt so out of place to Walt. It spoiled the magical feeling he wanted for guests. So, at Disney World, there are underground tunnels for cast members. They walk through them to get to their lands without guests seeing them. The tunnels, called utilidors, form one big circle under the Magic Kingdom, with a connecting tunnel going under Main Street through the middle. So there is a picture I'm going to try to show you. If you were a cast member, you'd likely park in a lot about a mile away and take a bus to the tunnel entrance. Your first stop inside the tunnel might be to the Mouseketeria for a snack. Across the hall is the wardrobe department. You tell them your size and where you'll be working that day. After you're given a costume, you change and store your belongings in locker rooms. Mickey Mouse has about 136 outfits, including a tuxedo, a scuba suit, and a scuba suit. Minnie Mouse has more than 100, including a safari suit. All the characters' costumes amount to a lot of clothes that need to be washed. Luckily, Disney World has its own laundries on site. It is a 10-minute walk from one end of the park to the other, going through the tunnels. The tunnels are color-coded and have signs saying which section of the park is directly above. To get to the land you want, you take an elevator or stairs up one floor. You exit into the Magic Kingdom through one of 29 unmarked doors. Imagine how hard it might be to remain cheerful on a hot summer day if you're wearing a costume that covers you head to toe. There are rules to make sure cast members get enough breaks. To relax, they might come back downstairs to one of the break rooms. Because of the tunnels, you won't see garbage trucks in the park emptying trash bins. Instead, trash gets sucked from the park down through 20-inch pipes at speeds of up to 60 miles an hour. In the tunnels, you can sometimes hear trash flying by on its way to a central collection area. There are also offices, storage areas, kitchens, a hair salon, makeup rooms, plus design and rehearsal spaces. The park's computer system, digital animation control system, is here too. It operates and monitors sound systems, audio animatronic characters, and attractions. It helps make sure stage curtains open on time and parades are on schedule. Delivery trucks arrive at the tunnels, bringing both merchandise and food that eventually get distributed to the parks. Utility workers drive around on golf carts. The tunnels are a busy place. Chapter 5, Epcot. Walt Disney hoped Epcot would be the most important part of Disney World. Epcot is made up of a word that stands for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. It was meant to be a new futuristic kind of city where people would actually live and work. From overhead, his Epcot plan looked like a wagon wheel. Businesses would be located at its center and surrounded by apartments, parks, and residential neighborhoods. A giant transparent dome would cover the whole city to keep out rain and regulate the temperature inside. 3 underground levels would allow travel by trucks, cars, and monorails. Walt had planned to invite businesses to Epcot that would investigate new technologies and solutions for better ways of living. If these new ideas worked well inside Epcot, they might be used to improve other cities outside the dome. Maybe Epcot could change the world. After Walt died, the Disney company decided it would be too hard to run a real city. Today, Epcot is different from Walt's plan. However, the focus of its 2 main sections remain technology and the future, things dear to Walt's heart. As you might guess from its name, Future World has futuristic attractions. Spaceship Earth is a 183-foot tall, 16 million pound ball balanced on 6 legs at the entrance of Epcot. So there's a drawing of it. It is called a geosphere, which is a word that means solid earth. Its outer shell is made of 11,324 lightweight aluminum triangles that shimmer in the light. The ride inside the sphere tells a brief history of technology and considers what future technologies might be invented. The famous sci-fi writer Ray Bradbury helped create this story. The mission, Space Ride, gives you an idea of what it might be like to be an astronaut heading for Mars. You learn food facts and see Mickey-shaped pumpkins on a Living with the Land boat ride. Many of the fruits and vegetables grown in the greenhouse are served in Epcot restaurants. The Seas with Nemo and Friends includes a shellmobile ride past an aquarium where animated sea creatures appear to swim with real dolphins, rays, and even clownfish like Nemo. But there is also important wildlife conservation going on at times. In 2010, 60 sea turtles injured by an oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico came to the aquarium to get much needed help. Why is Future World the home of this kind of work? Maybe because animals are an important part of our Earth's future. World Showcase brings different cultures from around the world to kids. If you haven't traveled much yet, this is a great way to get a look at what many countries and the people in them are like. Countries include Canada, China, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Morocco, Norway, the United States, and the United Kingdom. Buildings called pavilions each feature food, exhibits, entertainment, and souvenirs related to one country. There's a small version of the Eiffel Tower in the France Pavilion and mosaics in the Morocco Pavilion. The main building is the Norway Town Square. The main building in the Norway Town Square looks like a real 14th century fortress in Oslo, Norway. There are KidsCot fun stops at every pavilion where kids can decorate a bear-shaped park passport. A cast member can stamp it with a different color stamp at each country you visit. So, even though you haven't really left the United States, Epcot tries to make you feel like a world traveler. Okay, so that is the end of the Epcot chapter. Now again, in the comments of this post, I'm going to post links to YouTube clips of rides in Disney World, so you can pretend you're really riding the rides. I'll include Soarin' and the Frozen ride from Epcot, and It's a Small World, and the Big Thunder Mountain roller coaster, maybe a couple others from Magic Kingdom, so you can pretend to ride those rides. All right, we'll be back tomorrow with the chapters on Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom. Until then, have a great night.